The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios, it's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting, the good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
That's right, you're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family, and number 3 by the Orlando Weekly Readers Poll. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Now, if you'd like to connect with us, all of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise and become a Clubhouse member. A friend with benefits, that's our Patreon. For as low as $2 a month, you get exclusive access to all sorts of fun stuff, including No New Friends After Dark Live. Our paid members are going to be the only people that get to watch No New Friends After Dark live. If you're not a paid member, you're not going to be able to do the the comments in the chat, the comments, or interact and all that live. So that's sad for you. I'm very sad for you. So become a Patreon member or a subscriber on TikTok. Subscribers on TikTok get benefits too. Don't forget to nominate us for Orlando Weekly's Best of Orlando competition. Vote.orlandoweekly.com under the category Local Notables Best Local Podcast. If you want to throw us a nomination for Best Local TikTok, that would be awesome too. Right now, we're streaming live on the YouTube for everyone to see. 8 o'clock every Wednesday night, unless there's a special announcement, but you're going to have to join our Discord to get that special announcement when we have to change recording days. And that's free, right, Chris? Well, you can't talk yet. It's free to join our Discord just from our website. And Lewis, Sarah, Darren, and I go live from the Orlando theme parks every single Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the TikTok. So make sure you follow us right there on the TikTok. My name is Scott. I am the host. With me, as always, my co-host, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
May I talk now, Mr. Scott?
The Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
It's a me. I'm a gay.
And our producer, Alex. So, wow, I struggled through that intro. I don't know what happened.
Good thing we're not live.
Right? But we are. Yeah. So speaking of live, I tried something different yesterday with the TikTok. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So I haven't been live from my house in a while, just doing the theme parks, like pretty much since I've been back from Jamaica. And I'm like, I got to get back into this because like they were doing pretty well. So I'm like, you know what? I started watching this guy. His name is Touch My Burrito or whatever. And he's like super funny. Yeah.
Scott, don't you follow that guy too?
He's super funny. He reminds me of Tom Green. He looks like Tom Green. He acts like Tom Green. So he's like really funny, but all he does is randomly battle people. And I'm like, I could do this.
What do you mean randomly battle people?
Like you could just, say invite random person and TikTok will find you someone to battle.
Oh. And for people who don't use TikTok that are cool,
Right.
what is a battle?
So for us younger folks.
A battle is when you go head to head with another live host and whoever gets the most points wins. And, people send you gifts and all that. And it's
and that's where I'm confused at like how you get points. Just tap on the screen.
Well, no, tapping the screen only gets you a max of 3 points in the battles, but it's the gifts. The gifts are worth points.
What do you win?
Bragging rights.
Oh, so you win like a midlife crisis.
Yeah. I think I've already won that. Well, you get the coins, and the coins, convert from TikTok emojis to US dollars. Not very many US dollars, but it does convert.
So you win like 7 cents.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So
Nice.
you're battling somebody for how long was this battle? 15 minutes?
No, each battle's 5 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever.
6 cents.
Gosh.
Let's do the math here.
You're gonna have to get back to work so we can afford to eat now.
Right? Listen, it's the only platform where women make more than men though, because they bring in all the coins. So I'm like, you know what? I can do this TikTok battle thing.
Mhm.
I'll just randomly TikTok battle people. I didn't realize how big of a mistake this was going to be, Chris. The very first person that I battled was a street.
Like,
Just a street in
oh,
Saudi
like
Arabia.
a literal street. I
Just
thought you
a-
were being racist.
Oh
No.
right.
Just a
No.
road.
You come up with new terms. Okay.
Yes.
So
in
street
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi. How did you know it was Saudi Arabia? Was it a
I'm assuming that it's somewhere in the Middle East because the profile picture of the person that I was battling,
Yeah.
I definitely could only see her eyes.
Oh, okay. They can't live in America,
Oh my god.
right? Is that what that means? Or even like Dominican Republic or like Brazil. It's got to be Iraq.
So when I was trying to ask the street where that street is located, I did ask, is that Italy? Because there was a mountain in the back and the roads were paved.
I don't know if
So-
Saudi Arabia lets women have phones, actually, Scott. So that's
Listen, I don't know geography. I don't know the rules of the Middle Eastern countries. I have no idea. What I do know is that Sadra
Mhm.
did not say anything,
Mhm.
did not get any likes,
Well, she's a street, Scott.
but the street started following me. I
Whoa, you
started
should see a
following
doctor
me.
about that, Scott. I don't know.
Oh.
That's completely normal.
And I followed the street back.
How does Rachel feel
Um,
about this?
Street, my friend now.
But I was like, guys, I can't lose to a street here. Just please tap this. Please, for the love of God, don't let me lose to a street. So I beat the street.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, this is
Nice.
pointless. I want to be able to interact with people. And what's funny is that when I was texting everybody out, I was like, hey, I'm gonna randomly battle some Pakistani people because that's who randomly battles on.
That's the American way, right?
Battle on TikTok, Chris.
All right,
God damn it.
Shit, damn.
So we go from the street to now I'm battling a selfie. Okay, it's a selfie of a guy in front of a mirror with super loud music. Super loud music. So I had to mute him. And so I beat him. Like all I'm doing is battling inanimate objects. Fine. Okay, well then the creme de la creme of live battles come in.
Oh, I thought.
So
you
I
already
actually see
beat-
movement on the screen on this next battle, and I'm super excited about this. So it's this guy who's got a pad of paper in front of him, and I could see like he's like drawing. I was like, oh, okay, he's one of these artist people on the TikTok. So I was like, hey, you want to battle? He's like, yeah, let's do it. So he starts drawing, and I'm like, oh, is this kind of your deal? Are you an art major? And he goes, yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to like talk to the guy. Definitely like a younger dude, like in college or something, because he said sus at one point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
He must
he's
listen to Lords from a word of the week there.
He's a fan of the show. Nice.
Right.
Huge fan.
So he starts drawing, and I'm looking at it, and Sarah, I'm like, I think he's drawing me. And then Chat's like, I think he's drawing you. And so I asked him, I was like, hey, are you drawing me? And he goes, no. I'm like, oh, okay. But then he draws the fedora because I'm wearing the fedora. And I was like, okay, man, that's me. So we finished the battle, and I'm like, hey, man, you want to battle again? Because I want you to finish. And, you should feel pretty good because I don't let people finish.
We hear that a lot.
Right. And that's when he said, that's sus. So it's a picture of me. And he wrote on the side, I don't let people finish. And I feel like we need it on a shirt.
I need shirts of this because I saw it live happening, and the hands when he went to draw the hands,
the little stubby arms.
They look like your little. He must be a fan because he's probably watching your little T-Rex things that you always do.
I feel I feel we've got to put it on the Discord. So I'll put
Yeah,
it
it
on the
looks
Discord
like-
later.
It was straight out of Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that's a great way to put
Really, really did.
And I was cracking up because like he was all over the place with his picture too, and he kept going back to your face and adding more wrinkles. He's like, oh, another wrinkle there, another wrinkle there.
It wasn't very good. It wasn't very good at all. But you know,
I would have paid a lot
It's
of money
fine.
for it.
yeah, right. It was terrible. But okay, so I mentioned this last week when I was at Hollywood Studios with Sarah and Lewis and Darren last week. Or no, Sarah, Lewis, and Melissa and the Magic last week. So much happened after Sarah left. Sarah, did you happen to watch the stream after you left,
She
or
clocked out.
did you pass out in the car?
I absolutely passed out in the car. I don't
Good for you.
remember
Good
getting home.
We went hard that day. Like that was definitely the most alcohol I've drank on a stream, which caused a stream. And typically when I have to go to the restroom, I have Lewis, Sarah, Darren there with me. And then even after Sarah and Lewis leave, I still have Darren with me. I had nobody with me. So apparently I did bring the phone into the bathroom with me.
Oh my! That's definitely against TikTok.
It
rules.
definitely gets. Thankfully, I had the drunk sense to ask everybody on chat. I was like, "Hey, I don't know how to turn off this stream. Like, I don't want to turn the stream off because y'all will leave. What do I do?" And thankfully, like I think it was Sydney. Someone was able to like kind of walk me through how to pause the stream. And Chris, I begged and pleaded with people. I was like, please don't leave. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go to the restroom and I'll be right back. I promise. I'm a quick peer. It'll be over before you know
my
it.
God.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I
Could've
said
been
it'll be
over by
over
then.
before you know it, which is what I tell my wife all the time too when she says no. So it was this whole thing. But anyway, I did go to the Indiana Jones show, as I always do. And I said I met Hot Indy. And there's a video on the TikTok of Hot Indy. Nick, we need to talk about this for a second because
yeah,
I am 100% straight. I'm not even like the Chris, like 70% gay or 60 or whatever, 30. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really have this gay percentage until I met the Hot Indy.
Mm.
And okay, here's the problem. I found out his name and I pulled
Indiana.
a Chris Yob and did some. I'm now following him on the Instagram.
Oh, I'm proud of you for even being able to like search something.
So am I. So am
Yeah.
I. So I'm following him on the Instagram. I'm following another Hot Indie. I'm following the big tall mechanic.
what you have?
what?
These are all dudes you're following.
For all the wrong
You're not
reasons,
even
Nick.
following the women of the show either, who's supposed to be like the one that he's saving. Or
I know. I'm following Hot Indies and Hot Mechanics. But here's okay. So this is where it gets worse. So Hot Indie, apparently he's a model. How do I know he's a model? Because there's definitely a picture of him without his shirt, with the jeans low, so you can see the waistband of the underoos. I use that as a sticker on my text messages now. Like I've made a sticker out of his chiseled body.
You're exploiting him. I'm pretty sure that's probably not even legal.
I mean, it's a public Instagram, so. But no, not a sticker on our TeePublic, a sticker in the text messages.
So it's free.
It's free, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's not
he's
something
not
like
selling it yet.
Paying. It's not something like paying members on TikTok could use.
But I think.
Oh,
what,
okay. Well,
what he's
so here's the
asking-
thing. So here's the thing. So TikTok just added a second and third subscription tier. So like there's the $2.99 tier, the $5.99, and the $9.99. And once you subscribe, you can use the custom emotes. Sarah, I added pictures of Hot Indy on the I screenshotted my video, and now there's Hot Indy on my $5.99 and $10.99 or $9.99 tiers. So now you can emote Hot Indy. If you're $2.99, you only get Ugly Indy and Chris.
Oh my God.
So anyway, Nick, I have all sorts of questions. This guy has created major confusion.
He's
for me.
beautiful. I almost hopped on the next plane down there to make sure I could make the next show because
1:15 Wednesdays. I think that's his show. That at least I'm going to start stalking that show for a while, and we'll see.
I need to see his pre-show.
Yeah.
You can get pregnant by pre-show.
I almost got pregnant through the picture. Just looking at his pictures, I almost watching the live stream. I was like, in heat over here.
In heat.
Sarah, you haven't commented on Hot Indy. I know there's nobody hot. It's all Lewis, whatever. What were your thoughts on Hot Indy? Is it just a dude thing? What are your thoughts on Hot Indy?
I think it's, well, I can't speak for all the women out there, so I can't say it's just a dude thing, but I love my husband, so I don't see anybody. I'm sorry, Scott. It's true. I genuinely just don't see other people attractive. In that way. That doesn't sound right.
I think Sarah's in witness protection. I'm now convinced. There's something you're hiding.
Yeah.
You're so careful with your words.
I'm so happy. I don't have,
Blink if
I
you're
don't
being
look
held
at-
against your will.
No.
I mean, you do have a TV sitting behind you on the ground that's been there for like 4 months
For
now.
so long. Nick.
You
For
know
so-
what? I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, damn it, they are going to bring this up eventually.
It's
So
still
that
there.
didn't take long. I know.
But he is beautiful though. Your husband.
He is. I know. So I
And
don't
Hot
really
Indy,
have to.
but-
I don't have to look anywhere else.
What if
Sorry, Scott.
What if Lewis?
What was your name before it was Sarah? What did you change it from?
Can we get Lewis in the indie show?
Can't tell you that.
Oh,
What'd you say, Nick?
Can we get Lewis in the indie show? Can he? Do the
There
next
you go.
indie? Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
He could be
No,
the mechanic. Grace.
I was gonna say Scott's gonna give him the part of the Middle Eastern guys at the beginning.
yeah, Scott's like that guy. That guy's not holding a whip. He can't be doing that. It's historically inaccurate.
He's familiar. It's fine. Just kidding.
So something that we kind of talked about on.
Okay, I'm
After-
sorry. Sarah's like, I've read 50 Shades of Brown.
I stopped counting at 50. There's more shades.
Oh boy, Sarah, do your girls have social media?
Oh my god. Yes. Unfortunately.
All right, so we talked a little bit about this on After Dark because like there was this whole thing where I found out like Abby's putting in the wrong age and all that, so like she's
Mhm.
not blocked and all that, and so I had to go through. It was like a traumatic moment for both of us because she was all upset and all that, and then I got to Snapchat, and she's like, "I've got like a 500-day snap streak with my mom." I was like, "I don't even know what that is," and so like I didn't delete it. Well, now like her mom's like, "Hey, I think we should delete her Snapchat because like she's kind of boy crazy and doing all this stuff and all that." So like I've age restricted everything on her. What do your girls have?
TikTok. I know that the youngest likes the YouTube shorts, so that makes my life easy because that's pretty G-rated for the most part. The oldest has TikTok, which is a sore subject in the household because
Does she follow me?
no, she doesn't watch anything of the podcast, thank God. Well, in my defense, I say some things I shouldn't say. Not yet. Still got little ears.
I get it.
But yeah, let's put it this way. We just had the internet safety conversation again over a video that got posted by an 11-year-old.
Oh
So,
my gosh. You're like,
yeah.
listen, we did witness protection once already. We can't do it again.
Yeah, we can't do it again. Stop showing your face. But same. I think that there's something that's being bypassed because she keeps making them.
Yeah,
Like
Abby is
more
6.
accounts.
Abby has 6
Yes.
accounts.
I know she follows me on all of them. I will say.
Yeah, Emily too. Emily will be like, yeah, Abby572 followed me today. Abby571 followed me last week.
Yeah, I figured out how to like family share it. So now on my like backup account, I can see everything that she does. I don't know how to do that, but she doesn't know that.
She will
Now she
now.
does.
Oh.
She's probably in chat.
Right. Well, speaking of Abby, you guys ready for word of the week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Praise your Savior, let him speak. It's Lord Remy's word of the week.
What is going on? The No New Friends podcast. What is up, everybody? It is I, Lord Remy, with your word of the week. Anyway, here's your word of the week. Scott, I'm calling you a jabroni.
What?
Do you know what a jabroni is?
Is this The
The
Rock?
term jabroni is a slang word often used in American English, particularly in professional
Would you start
wrestling
doing
culture. It
slang words?
originated in wrestling jargon, but has since been adopted into broader slang usage. Originally,
Usage.
jabroni was used by wrestlers to refer to a lower tier or less skilled opponent, often in derogatory or dismissive manner. It implied someone who was insignificant or easily defeated. Outside of wrestling, jabroni has evolved to mean a loser, a fool, or someone who is inept or clueless. It's typically used in a
Inept.
lighthearted or teasing manner, but can still carry some level of disdain or condescension, depending on the context. Now here's a little history on it. The term jabroni has its roots in professional wrestling, particularly in the lexicon of WWE.Its exact origin is somewhat unclear, but it gained widespread popularity through
Again.
its
Did you
usage
just
by
say
wrestlers,
again?
most notably by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Did you just use his
during his
legal
wrestling
name?
career in the late 1990s and early 2000s. The Rock popularized the term jabroni during his time in WWE, using it as a derogatory term to describe his opponents, particularly those who considered to be lesser or inferior wrestlers.
you said that,
His
yeah.
frequent use of the word, along with charismatic delivery, helped to cement it into wrestling culture and beyond. Some sources suggest that jabroni may have roots in Italian-American slang, where it was used to refer to someone who is a loser or a nobody. However, etymology is not
I'm lost. I
definitively
don't-
established.
Why is he
Regardless of its origins, jabroni became a staple in wrestling vernacular, often used by wrestlers and fans alike to describe a wrestler who was considered insignificant or
What is
easily
happening?
defeated. Over
I
time,
high?
its
not
usage
enough?
expanded beyond wrestling and became part of a broader slang where it is used to describe someone who is
Did you press
loser
play
or
again?
fool or
This is on repeat.
Here's your joke, guys. What's the difference
Oh.
between a bald man and an egg? An egg gets laid. And there you guys have it. That was your word of the week. And that word, once again, was jabroni.
That was good.
That was long.
This is Abby with this week's Word of the Week. I don't have any correct pronunciations because all my apps got age restricted. I don't remember what Remy got wrong last time because it's been so f***ing long since we've done this segment.
Abby, stop cursing.
Dad, stop f***ing interrupting. Before we got into the Word of the Week, I just wanted to thank you all for the support for this segment to get my dad to bring it back. Well, he didn't really bring it back. Darren wrote it because my dad is too lazy to do any work for himself. Am I right, I Believe Services? This week's middle school phrase of the week is let him cook. No, Chris, no one is actually cooking anything. Let him cook is when someone is about to do something unexpected that will be surprising and impressive. It's mostly used positively and is a good way to boost their confidence. Dad, I know you have control issues, but Chris is the host of After Dark. Let him cook. He's got a lot of potential, even though the next 18 years of his life just went down the drain. Well, that's all for me. Slay Queens.
I love her.
Thank you so much, Remy and Abby. Appreciate it.
That was great.
Hang on one
Yeah,
second.
was Remy CD skipping? Like,
Yeah.
What did we just listen to?
I have no idea. It's like it just kept looping again and
How
again and
much
again.
time did he spend on this? Because that was 10 minutes too long.
I love that segment so much. And Darren called me and he's like, "Hey, you should bring back Word of the Week." And
Darren
I said,
wrote that one?
Yeah, Darren wrote that. So Darren's going to start writing them.
Good job, Darren.
That's really good.
Yeah, really, really
That's
good.
really good.
You should replace.
So,
I didn't know he started. I'm sorry. I didn't know he started writing already.
Yeah. That was his first one.
Wow.
Yep.
I feel like
That was
Darren
awesome.
should just replace Scott, and then this podcast would be like off the charts. Like we made it in the top 50. Like I bet we can make it in top 10 with Darren.
Right?
Oh,
You know, we
man.
didn't really talk about that on air. We're now in the
No.
top 50.
No, you just
Uh,
suddenly stopped caring about our stats for the first time
Yeah.
I
since
know.
we started been doing good.
I know, right? I forgot to mention we're in the top 50 on Apple Podcast for comedy improv podcast in the United States, which is super exciting. We always we'll crack the top. The highest we've ever gotten, or the lowest we've ever gotten, is number 62. But we teeter in and out of the top 250. But we're solid right there in the top 50. That was really exciting. So Nick, a couple weeks ago, you told us about your vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Sean didn't go with you. So
No,
what?
he was working that week.
Yeah. He was working. It was like Easter week or something.
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
that's an important retail holiday. So what does he do when you're on vacation or on these trips?
So my parents stayed at our house as well to take care of Piper because he was working 10-hour shifts 5 days a week. A lot.
Oh, hold on one second, Chris. A 10-hour shift is what most Americans, especially like in management, have to work.
I thought you said 10-hour shit. I was like, yeah, I know what that is. Definitely know what that is.
Been there a few times. So he was working a lot, and then I didn't really talk to him too much that week because I was on a cruise and just trying to enjoy my time and peace and quiet. And he was just, I know he was very stressed at work and depressed, and I felt like me messaging him was gonna just kind of make him even more depressed because I was on a cruise. But I did find out that he did something else while I was on vacation.
Oh,
And by something, I mean someone.
oh, good for him.
Yeah. And for those of you listening, we are in an open relationship, and we're allowed to explore with other people.
Could you imagine someone listening for the first time?
All of a sudden, like,
I know, right?
breaking news.
Is he okay?
Breaking news.
Why
My
are you so
husband's
calm?
cheating on me. I don't care. Don't care.
It's not cheating if it's an open relationship.
it's
I keep
not.
trying to tell my wife
Yeah.
that.
I think that's how
Just
it
kidding,
works.
Alex.
So he told me just nonchalantly that he met up with a guy that he found on this. It's not even an app. It's literally you have to go online to. It's a gay hookup site.
Just for out of curiosity, just, what's it called?
Sniff.
Wait, hold on a second.
My
pen ran out of ink.
Our new sponsor.
Alex, cut that.
Our new sponsor is Sniffies.com.
Hotindie.com.
Hotindie.com. Oh, we should get that next too.
We should get oh my god, hold
Darren.com,
on.
hotindie.com.
We should get hotindie.com and it can be fan photos of all the hot Indiana Jones is.
How many are there?
There's a
Let's
lot.
find
They
out.
only do 2 to 3 shows a day. Each indie.
Okay, so back to me. So he told me about it, and with our relationship, we just remain open and communicate with each other. He forgot to tell me about this until about a week and a half later. He
Okay.
just nonchalantly mentioned it, which I'm like, whatever, okay. He's like, I was kind of embarrassed to tell you about this because this guy that he found,
Wait, you do a fat chick?
no.
It's embarrassing.
So he found this guy that had a picture of basically just his ass, and then he got another picture with a side profile, but his face and his wiener out.
Oh,
Okay.
So on the profile, I think it said that he was like 5'7" or something, like 150 pounds, whatever.
pretty tall.
So For you, Chris. Yeah.
Pretty tall.
It's like up to the waist for Chris. So the guy opens the door and lets Sean in. Sean realized that the guy had an arm that looks like it might have been a little limp, and found out that the guy had cerebral palsy.
Wow. So he was paralyzed from the waist down.
Basically.
Is that what? No,
I-
that's not cerebral palsy.
Yeah, he's a vegetable.
No, that's paraplegic.
Oh my
Or
god.
quadriplegic.
Yeah.
Got my disabilities mixed up.
I don't know if it was cerebral palsy or what, but basically he couldn't move one of his hands.
Yeah, that's cerebral palsy when like the hand is like
Yeah.
kind of like there's a comedian. What's the comedian's name?
Dane Cook?
Blue. No,
I just
Jack
totally just
Blue
guessed
or
a
something.
comedian's name. I have no idea where you're going with this.
Scott Maffei
There's a
from
comedian
the
with
Friends
cerebral
podcast.
palsy, and he's super funny.
Is it cerebral palsy or cerebral palsy? You guys are saying it differently.
So-
Let's ask Sean. Can we bring
Josh
Sean
Blue.
on? He's
Josh Blue, cerebral palsy, super funny. Looks like Jagaze.
wait. So one of the arms don't work?
Yeah, I think one of his arms. Sean basically described it that one of his arms didn't work, and the guy went to give Sean oral relations, and basically his head was just kind of dangling down there, and couldn't properly lick the popsicle.
Is that a symptom too?
I think part of
Yeah.
some sort of muscle issue in his neck that just
You think?
It's the palsy of the cerebral.
I don't know
I
what a
don't-
palsy
we're,
is.
We're not at all.
It's
Maybe
like
if,
pocket full of palsies.
maybe if we had a maybe if we had a nurse that was a host, we would know the answer to this question. But so yeah, and Sean's he's very supportive, and he's like, I'm gonna try it, and then he lost the excitement halfway through. And
Oh, really?
had to walk away from the situation. So he learned kind of a rookie mistake that you should see full body pictures when you're before you're meeting up with somebody, because sometimes just a headshot doesn't show.
So Sean's not a top.
He's verse,
Well, then what?
but yeah,
Couldn't the guy just kind of like
lay there,
relaxed for a second?
just lay there, let Sean do all the work. I don't know, but
I mean, that's kind of messed
I
up
think-
on Sean's part. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
throw Sean on the bus, but Sean sees this guy who obviously doesn't have control of all of his extremities, right?
mhm.
And then Sean's like, "Nah, I think I'm gonna be bottom today."
yeah, I don't.
This looks like a good bottom.
I don't know what he was
situation.
going for. I think he said they mentioned just mutual oral or something like that, but
Like, you go first.
let's see how this
should-
works. I don't know what he was thinking. So
That's pretty interesting. You'd think with the absence of one use of the extremity, just like a blind person, like their sense of smell is better. Like maybe think, wow, the other arm must be like really, really well like
yeah,
versed in anything.
no, I don't think that was the case in this situation.
Wow, that's so oh man, what do you like? I'm lost of words. Like, what do you do in that situation? Just get up and leave?
I mean, I've been in a situation before that I kind of lost the excitement.
You also had sex with a cerebral.
no, not this
Not where he
situation.
lost the
Oh,
excitement.
I had
not similar.
I had a different situation, same app, where I made a rookie mistake too. So I'll share my story because I let him talk about his. So I get to this guy's place. I didn't see a profile picture or a face picture ahead of time. I just saw the goods of what I had to work with. I get to this guy's place. He kind of lives in a shady part of town, in Ohio, and he lived in an apartment in the basement.
Wait, how's that possible? Like the steam, like the
Oh.
boiler room?
No, apartments here. Oh yeah, you guys don't have those probably. So we have apartments here that are basically there's like a first floor, but it's like under the ground level.
Oh no, yeah, that's like the.
He was having a leak in the shower, I guess, from the shower above him. So when I got there, the maintenance people were just leaving. So there, I'm like, this is awkward. There's like towels all over the floor. This place, he looked like it. He was a hoarder. It might have been Chris's house. I don't know.
Could have been Chris's house, yeah.
Let's say Freddy. I just got there.
Ryan in chat says, was his name Freddy? Because we're talking about a guy who lives in the basement of an apartment building.
He had brightly colored hair. It was multicolored, and it was getting very awkward, and it took a very long time, and I just started getting limp as well, and I just blamed it on my anxiety. And that's how I get out of a situation. So Sean is now using my excuse of real person anxiety to get out of sexual situations.
Is that racist at all to do that? Like,
to like make fun of somebody with anxiety?
to use that as an excuse? Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what my wife does
Sean
all the
might-
time. Women have been doing that for decades.
Is that a normal excuse? Just
centuries.
To say, oh, I have anxiety.
Now, Nick, I'm not gay. I'm not, in those
Ish.
relationships ish. But I if I could give you any advice, delete the app.
Yeah.
I would probably just delete
Well,
that app.
you think we would have learned? You think we would have learned after like once or twice to
The heart
like,
once with the heart once. I
Yeah.
understand.
Sometimes you.
Is it the heart though?
Well, sometimes
sorts.
sometimes it just it just doesn't work out. But we had another situation a couple nights ago, actually, in our basement. We invited a guy.
With another man with cerebral palsy.
No, we invited a guy over, and we decided to have a little threesome action.
Really?
Yeah,
Was he? Did you know him, or was he from like an app?
we found him on the Grinder, which is
It's like DoorDash just for
basically.
just for sausage.
and you can get exactly what you want. That's the great thing about it. Is like, and I have a love-hate relationship with this app because Sean and I were chatting with this guy that's like, he looked like basically hot indie, and we're like, he wanted to have a threesome with us. We're like so excited about it, and he just kept asking questions, and like we're like, are you coming over? Like, here's our address, and he's like, I'm thinking about it. And just like 20 minutes went by, and I'm just like, let's go. So we found somebody else. And he was a really great guy, nice person, nice personality. Sean decided to dress up a little bit.
Oh, what does that mean?
So we've talked about this in the
He
past.
dressed as Indiana Jones.
We dress like Indiana. We talked about it in the past. And there's gay underwear.
Right.
So-
You still have to send me the link.
So yeah, sorry, I forgot to send that.
They're very breathable.
So gay underwear, it's like women. They have their lingerie essentially that they like to wear during sexy time. The gays have our lingerie. It's usually a jock strap and sometimes a leather harness.
And it is funny because when straight people hear jockstrap, they think of like a jockstrap you wear for football.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the locker room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
Yeah,
like with a
good
cup,
game.
like you
Slap 'em in the
wear,
ass
like
with
you
a
wear
cup. Yeah.
like protective
So,
to protect your balls.
Gay,
Yeah.
Yours is the opposite.
a jock strap is
It doesn't.
his was made of like a pleather type material, so not
Yeah, definitely not the same.
yeah not the same.
But I do have. Hold on. I do have questions about jock straps.
Go ahead.
Why is it that athletes just they don't have a back to the jock strap? Like there's no back. It's just
I don't
like do athletes not need backs to the underwear?
I don't know why. Yeah, football players. It's typically football players and baseball, right?
Basketball.
No,
All of them.
do they?
I don't think basketball players wear jock
I don't
straps.
think that.
They do. They definitely did in the 80s, and I definitely did in high school.
Well,
Really?
some of us
Yeah.
were born after that, Scott.
I guess that's why they moved so slow back then.
Well, no. I just don't understand. Why is there no back? Like, I get it in the gay community. That makes sense why you would wear a jock strap. But they're essentially like the Speedos of chaps.
What do you mean there's no back?
On a jock
Have you
strap,
not seen a
there's
jock
no
strap before?
back. It's the cup, a
It
waistband,
basically just
and
covers
then
your
like these
crotch.
two little strappy things that like it doesn't
No,
cover
mine
your
had
ass.
one. Mine was like a thong.
They have those too. They have
That's
the
what mine
jockstrap
was.
that
Yeah,
are
mine
like a
covered the
thong.
butt. Yeah, mine
They're like
covered the
thongs
butt.
for men.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I wore it once, didn't like it, so I just went free balling.
We
Yeah,
have to-
I couldn't wear the thong one. No,
No.
no.
We have thongs too,
Wimps.
but go ahead.
What is this?
What, Sarah?
I said wimps.
She's like, I wear a thong every day.
Now
Someone
you
argue
know
the
what it's like to be a woman.
This was like a sumo wrestler thong. That wasn't
Yes.
like a.
It's meant to be aesthetically pleasing, I think. Who wants to see an underwear line, wearing a football jersey?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
But you still see,
Oh.
not that I look, but when I've watched the sports wall before, you still see the line where the jock is at the bottom of like their butt. It
Yeah.
helps kind of lift up their butts. Maybe it's just like a butt enhancer. I don't know.
I also
Let's
used
get
to
a
wear the
photo.
compression shorts too because I didn't want people to know that I was wearing a jock strap.
Well, you don't have anything to show off, so
It's only half because
yeah.
you only need to pick up
It's like-
one.
you only have one
It had
testicle
to be
now.
custom made.
So, anyways, so his gay jockstrap this time. I keep calling it a gay jockstrap. I don't know why.
Well, there needs to be a specification.
Yeah.
There's two
So,
different
I'm
kinds.
thinking you're getting ready to play some sports.
Yeah. So this
When you say that.
usually in the gay world, because we take it up the butt. In case you didn't know, it's
You say the gay world. I just say Earth.
okay. Yeah. I say your house in New Jersey. It's nice for the gays because it's just like it's quick access. You don't have to take anything off. You can just go right there.
Now I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I.
It ma-
didn't
like
really
I said,
think
it makes
that
sense.
makes sense for the
Yeah.
gays.
Yes.
That's why
Yeah.
women wear dresses.
Love it. I should just like slip it or slurpee there.
I could see that brewing the entire episode. I could just see it on your face. One was coming. I knew it was coming.
I love it.
That's the first time Scott ever saw something coming.
Speaking of not coming, so back to the jockstrap. So this one actually had a zipper in the front because
Whoa,
why not? It's
zipper. Sounds like it would hurt.
It's fun. It's cute. It's sexy. He found out the hard way that it hurts.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does not sound
In the
pleasant.
middle of me getting some attention, he's trying to whip his out and starts screaming because he might have gotten the head stuck a little bit for a couple minutes. So, how was your day, guys?
Oh my god.
Oh,
So, yeah.
it's like there's something about Mary all over you. Is it the Franks or the beans?
The Franks, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow. What color was the? I'm just trying to envision all this.
So the jockstrap, it was a blue band with like a black front to it.
Okay.
No,
Multicolored.
no back,
nice.
obviously, and then he had like a black harness with a little blue stripes on it too.
Harness. Was he in bondage?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, we had the we
Wow.
had the sling out. And,
You must love Halloween.
yeah, that's that Tuesday for us.
Can I ask a question?
Please.
You have a child. Like, what do you do? Like, did you drop it off at like Chuck E. Cheese? Drop her off at Chuck E. Cheese? Like,
Like,
and like just run out for like half
give
hour.
us half hour. We're gay. We take time.
That's
We're
true.
very passionate about it. We're not Scott. We're not like in and out guys.
Listen, I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about it very quickly.
He's concise. It's okay.
We support melatonin very well in this house.
Ah, gotcha. It's natural.
It is. It's a natural
natural.
vitamin. So
I'm addicted.
Shit.
I'm up to 40. I'm up to 45 milligrams a night.
Wow.
Oh my God, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
For others who are listening, do not take that. That was totally a joke. I've never taken more than 20 milligrams, but I did take 20 when I had crippling anxiety. I did
Which
take
is
20
still
milligrams.
And then
Right.
another
Which was-
20.
My doctor's like, you could take up to 20. I was like, all right, 20, thank you.
And then
Chris has traded his cripple.
and then you forgot
Go
to
ahead.
take that 20 and you forgot if you took it or not, so you took it again just to be
yeah,
safe.
you know, I've heard, did I take this
It
tonight? I don't
happened. It
remember.
happens to the best of us.
Now Chris has traded in his crippling anxiety for crippling diabetes.
Oh my gosh. That's actually is crippling. So that's not actually funny.
Yeah. So I had a great time. I finished my job and
What did you wear? Like basketball shorts?
Actually, I just had gym shorts on, and that's all I needed. I wasn't planning to be on that long.
Sean's over here playing dress up, trying to be cute.
Yeah.
And he always rips his thing off.
I wasn't planning to be on them that long.
What's he doing these last couple weeks, Nick?
I don't know.
Is he even gay?
We're falling apart.
He doesn't. I don't know if he knows what he's doing.
That's a rookie
He's been watching too many X-Men '97. He's getting straight. He's becoming straight.
That's why, like, if you go commando, you do it in gym shorts or gray sweatpants like Lewis. Not in jeans or something with a zipper.
Yeah, man, that's kind of like
rookie move.
It was rookie move.
Very, very rookie move for somebody in his 40s.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, guys, we have an email.
Oh,
really?
We do. All right, this is from.
Do I still have my job?
We'll see.
We don't have a segment for that, or like a.
No, we don't. We're gonna need an
I'd
email.
like the record to reflect I don't feel exploited, but go ahead. Continue.
That's funny.
It's really funny. All right, this is from Derek. Hey, new friends, longtime listener, first time emailer. Just wondering when you're going to update your website and start advertising your number one asset, your new part-time host and TikTok personality, Darren.
Oh.
And your producer, Alex. Also wondering which one is the pregnant one, Chris or his wife?
Wow.
Oh.
And that's from Derek.
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 That couldn't have been Darren. That's completely different name.
Derek.
Wait, was the email address darren.com or Gmail?
No, was it at Darren.com?
Derek.com. It was Derek.com.
Oh, Derek.com. See if he changes the name to another D word tomorrow. It's usually how,
I'll respond back.
Yeah.
Chris is not pregnant. He's just fat.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to get fatter, actually.
I said I was trying to impregnate you last week, but didn't work.
Put a couple loads on. Put a couple. Oh my gosh! Wow.
So Sarah, you work in a resort.
I do.
I work in a resort.
Where do you work, Scott?
At a resort.
Speaking of jock straps. This is a great segue.
But yours is a pretty big resort in a very popular city here in Florida. Do you have any celebrities that come to see you?
We did actually. So recently, I got to hand deliver cappuccinos to Mr. Brad Pitt.
Whoa!
I know.
To his door, to him.
He is beautiful, by the way. I know what I said about Hot Indy, but Brad Pitt actually looks fantastic for him.
You met him. You saw him in the flesh.
Multiple times. Yeah, talked to him. Went into the room. Not like that.
Oh,
but
right.
He invited me in. You know.
What kind of resort do you work in?
I can't disclose that information, but what I can tell you is that he's very nice. Who else did we have? Javier Bardem.
Don't know who that is.
He was in.
You do.
First of all, he's married to Penelope Cruz.
You should have led with the C and B listers and then ended with Brad Pitt. I don't give a shit about any of these guys.
I'm sorry. I'm pretty excited about Brad Pitt.
We had Mark Jones.
No, he was in what else was he in? 007. He was in 007. One of them. I don't know. We'll have to
there's like 28 007 movies.
Yeah, you're going to have to narrow that down.
And Jerry Bruckheimer.
What?
Yeah. He's like a big time producer, director.
Wow.
He directed Top Gun.
Oh. Oh, wow.
The
what's
Rock?
that one? Braveheart.
The guy that coined the term jabroni?
You'd have to ask Remy that one. I'm so sorry.
The Rock with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah.
I think, didn't he also do Con Air with Nicolas Cage?
Yes.
There's
he
a lot
did.
of Nicolas Cage movies.
Super nice people. They were filming a movie here in town.
Together?
No,
All of them.
separate. What are you talking? Are you
All of them.
serious?
We they were doing a racing movie, so they came to
Scott looks so
Daytona.
excited. She said racing movie, not racist movie.
Son of a bitch. So is Brad Pitt on your celebrity hall pass list?
I'm gonna butt in. That's too
No.
far. That's too far.
No.
Yeah, Sarah's not gonna go that far. I can tell.
No, I have some.
Whoa!
Wait.
Really? Is Hayden Christensen
Wait.
on there?
Oh, Hayden Christensen's definitely on there.
For sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Top 2.
Oh, top two.
Top
number
two.
2.
Top 2. There's at least 2, I can tell you that.
Oh, the other
Might
guy's
have
that
to-
Irish guy, the red hair guy.
Yes.
Conor
yeah,
McGregor?
the
From
Scottish-
Outlander?
The Scottish guy, Sam Hugan from
Yeah,
Outlander.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
God,
right. We
he's so
have talked
pretty.
about this.
Nick.
Yes.
You should look at him.
Oh,
He's beautiful.
Google.
And in a kilt. My lord. You can
Oh, a
just
kilt
watch
too?
Videos of it. Yeah, you can watch videos
I love
of
a
the
guy
accent.
in a kilt.
Really?
Yeah, because
Have you met
One of
Jared?
the wonders of the world.
most guys in kilts don't wear underwear under it.
Exactly.
Really?
Exactly.
Maybe that's what I should get Sean for our next hookup.
So we have an exciting day tomorrow, Sarah. I always look forward to hanging out with you Wednesday mornings. Just make sure you load up on the anxiety pills because you'll probably need them.
By tomorrow, you mean
I
like 3
know.
months ago, because we're recording this now, but it's the
That's
future,
true.
but yesterday.
That's
all,
true.
all the same.
Yep.
Well, Scott reminds me that he can't go on any of the rides at Universal.
Several times a stream, I'll remind you.
Yep. Yep.
And we can't eat.
No, but we can have any kind of liquid.
Any
No.
kind, because we can walk and liquid at the same time. It's fine.
Exactly. but I'm not allowed to eat unless it's a grab and go bag of chips. So
Yes, 100%. Nick, do you have a travel update for us?
Yes, I do.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
So, fun update is Sandpiper Vacations, me and another Patreon member, Maddie, are now co-hosting a spin-off episode of the Diz His. So
Oh, that's cool.
Diz His Destinations. It's right now we're just plugging to do like once a month episodes, just giving everybody a longer travel update instead of these little short ones here and there that I hop on that episode and all that. But yeah, so we are doing this podcast now, just kind of giving our advice and travel tips for you guys, letting people know into our deep secrets that how passionate we are about Disney. We know a lot about Disney parks. We know where all, like I said, I think before too, I can tell you where the closest trash can is to you, and probably what color it is because they're all very themed.
And I know where the last trash can on every ride is before you have to throw out your beer.
Yeah. Fun facts. But other than that, just continuing to ramp up for the summer. Summer is picking up very quickly with travel. Places are booked up already too. I just looked up some clients' reservation the other day, and they were sold out for June, July already. So, book your trips in advance and contact Sandpiper Vacations to book your next vacation.
Awesome. Did you guys plan this? Because Maddie shows up in the chat right as you start talking
It's like all
about
of a
her.
sudden she tried.
And where can we find you, Maddie, and Ryan, who's your co-host on Diz His Vacations?
And Ryan,
Where can we
yeah.
find that?
On podcast platforms. Spotify.
Okay, so it comes out with
Apple.
the Diz His podcast.
Yeah, I think we're planning to release our first one here next week. We already recorded it, so it'll be live for you guys to listen to. So this episode, we just did update on our favorite resorts around Disney property and how to pick the best resort at Disney property, because there are so many resorts to choose from, and it depends when you want to go, how long you want to go, and kind of what your mood is at the resort. So
Awesome. I love that. I think that's a brilliant idea. Alex, what do you got coming up on This Is?
Alex, I think I joked about death too much this episode.
Thank you, Alex. Chris, you got any cliff notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliffs Notes way.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this
What?
screen. Wow. You guys are typing away on a post-it note. Wow.
That picture looks just like you, Chris.
Yeah, I know. It's uncanny. All right. I forget what the beginning of these ones say, so this will be fun. In the beginning of the show, Scott says he's obsessed with battling Pakistanis. I think I'm going to start calling him Chode Cheney. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Scott wasn't sure if the guy he was battling on TikTok was drawing him or not. I finally figured it out because the speech bubble that he wrote on there said, quote, "I don't let people finish," which is something Scott said. Now, before that, Scott thought he was drawing a picture of an obese Mr. Potato Head. Scott met who he calls Hot Indie that he met at Hollywood Studios. He now follows him. Now, Scott is a boomer and he doesn't know how to use social media. So after about 3 days of literally following this guy, he now has a restraining order against him. We talked about how Sarah's life is way too perfect and we think she's hiding something. Now, during the break, she did tell us, quote, "Everything is fine. I swear. Please believe me, guys. Everything is fine." End quote. Scott started ignoring all the good news about our podcast when we started doing good. Now, I usually do that with the opposite. I ignore bad news. I went to CVS a few months ago, took my blood pressure super high, so I just stopped taking it.
If you don't test, you don't get positive results.
Nope. Nick was saying that Sean is feeling depressed. Sean let Nick know that he was depressed when Nick was on his 7th vacation this calendar year. Fire your therapist, Nick. I'm going to save you some money. I think I know why Sean is depressed. This one's horrible. Like, just bad. Nick talked about how Sean hooked up with a guy that has cerebral palsy. More like cerebral ballsy, am I right? Nick talked about how he invited a guy over for him and Sean through an app. Now, I invited a guy over through an app the other day as well to fill me up, if you will. Mine brought me 3 large pizzas and a 3-liter Coke.
And you ate the whole thing.
And lastly, Sarah says that she indeed has a hall pass with names on it. She hasn't disclosed the names, but she has assured us that, quote, "She is fine. She loves her life. There's nothing wrong. She does not need help." and those are my clip notes.
Thank you so much, Chris.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliffs Notes way.
Chris, you did a hell of a job with our graphics for
thank
the
you.
YouTube live stream.
Thank
and
you,
if you're
thank you.
listening to this episode for the first time, you've missed out. You got to watch us on YouTube. We're moving towards more of a live format with the podcast just being kind of a replay of that live format. Chris has done such an incredible job with the graphics and the transitions and it's amazing. So please check that out. Wednesday nights at 8:00. If there's ever a change in the broadcast schedule, just join our free Discord. Go to our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. It's a pop-up. As soon as it's there, there's the link to our Discord, and it's free. But Chris, hell of a job. I'm excited to keep exploring different things that we're going to do.
Yeah, it's only going to get better. Things are going to
yeah.
change weekly, but only for the better.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. Next week is a big week. Next week's episode is The Friendies. And it should be a longer episode. We may have to break it into 2 parts. I don't know. But Chris is hosting.
If you need to break it into 2 parts, I'm going to ask Sean for some advice.
I'm gonna let Chris cook, and and he's hosting. I don't have anything to prepare next week because he is hosting the episode, and I'm super excited about that. So the Friendies next week.
That's alarming. I thought it was going to be like a 10-minute thing.
Oh,
so tune in next week to see what happens.
I don't know. Sarah, where can our listeners find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Old Soul Thrift and on the TikTok at SuperSarah94.
Nick?
You won't find me on sniffies.com for a while. But you can find me at Emotional Sport Gay Nick and the Sandpiper Vacations on all social media platforms.
Chris?
Immediately following tonight's episode, you can find me on sniffies.com. You can also find me at Chris Yob on Instagram and at Chris Yob NNF on TikTok for the next 3 months until it's banned.
And you can find me in line for the next Indiana Jones show. But you can connect with all of us. All of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Don't forget to check out our sweet merchandise and become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. Join our clubhouse and have exclusive member benefits, including drawing for prizes. We're going to do another giveaway for Crocs in about a month. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that. Watch us on YouTube every single Wednesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then immediately following that, for our paid members, After Dark Live, and then After Dark on replay will be out a couple days later, only on the YouTube, not anywhere else, just YouTube. If you listen to us on Apple and Spotify, please make sure that you If you listen to us on Spotify or Apple, please make sure you leave us a rating and a 5-star review. We love that kind of stuff. It really helps us out. It helps push things out. It just helps us out. So do it. Do it now. And don't forget, Lewis, Sarah, Darren, and I go live from the Florida theme parks every single Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Tickety Talk. So make sure you follow us and watch us. It's super fun. And finally, don't forget to vote for us for Orlando Weekly. Best of Orlando competition under the category Local Notables, Best Local Podcast. That's vote.orlandoweekly.com. On behalf of our Lord and Savior Remy, Abby, our producer Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye, bitches.
No new friends, just the old and the bold in the world of games.